All right. We're the Hebrew Israelite. And we come in, in not only week in and week out, to preach that good gospel, man.
That's right.
The gospel that our people need.
That's right.
All right, because you will find out that the churches has failed us as people. But they lied to us, and they didn't really, explain this Bible and the prophecy in the Bible. So we will do that because we were commissioned by the Most High, right? But before we start, we will give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wahab, Rakah, Kodash. Shalom, Wahab, to the man of the Lord who put his truth, sincerity in truth.
That's right.
All across the globe. And a double honor to the apostle and the elders.
That's right.
Who teach and rule well.
That's right.
All right. Shalom, Wahab, to the brothers and sisters, to the Akiam and the Akwafiam. All over the place, who keep it real and keep the word of the Most High and His testimony.
That's right.
All right, so what I can say here?
John 17 and 16. Yeah, this is the book of John.
Hold on to that. Yeah. This is Isaiah 58. Isaiah 58 and 1.
Yeah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
That's right, bring it out.
Cry aloud.
Cry aloud.
Spare not.
Spare not. So the Most High is calling a certain people, all right, among the Israelites. Who are the Israelites before I start? I will, explain who are the Israelites. The Israelites, according to the Bible, are you blacks, Latinos, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you West Africans, and Caribbean, and Black Americans are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, right?
Right.
Now the Most High is telling us to come in the highways and the byways, all right, and do what?
Cry aloud, spare not.
Cry loud, spare not.
Lift up thy voice.
So we're lifting up our voice
like a trumpet.
Like a trumpet, not because we want to lift up our voice, but because we are commanded to lift up our voice. All right? Carry on.
And show my people.
And show my people. So the Most High is telling us to show His people
their transgression.
Their transgression, meaning their sin. All right? Carry on.
And the house of Jacob by Afshal Yaquab.
All right, and the house of Jacob. And like I said, the house of Jacob is Israel, the children, the 12 tribe of Israel.
Jacob's name was changed to Israel.
That's right.
So Jacob is synonymous with Israel.
That's right. Now, let me finish that.
And the house of Jacob, Yaakov, their sins.
All right. So now, I want you to go to first John, 4 and 3. 3 and 4. Let me see.
4 and 3. 3 and 4. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4.
All right, bring it up.
Whosoever committeth sin,
transgresseth
also
the laws. So actually, the transgression of the law is sin. Because the law of Christian, whenever you ask them, the definition of sin, they don't even know where to start.
No.
But according to the Bible, all right, sin is the transgression of the law. All right? So who the law was given to? The law was given to a peculiar people who are known as the niggers, the blacks, all right, the Hispanics, all right, the Native Americans, the Arawak of the Caribbean, the Tainos, all right? To those people, the laws was given. The law was never given to the other nations.
No.
The law was only given to us.
That's right.
And the reason why we are at the bottom is because at some point we went against the law. All right? So the Most High now, which name is Yahweh, being merciful, all right, now is awakening again the spirits, all right? The spirit of that that was old.
Yes.
The old path is coming back again.
Right.
And you will see more people like me in the streets of London and the UK talking about the Bible, but in the right perspective. All right? Unlike those fake pastors in the churches. All right? We go.
So this is a precept. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass,
And it shall come to pass,
if thou shalt hearken diligently
if thou shalt hearken diligently
unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh,
unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh,
thy God power,
thy God power,
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee
this day,
that the Lord Yahweh, thy God power, will set thee on high, above all nations on the earth.
And the Bible is clear, the Most High wanted for the blacks to be rulers.
That's right.
All right, that's the reason why, if you look at our culture, other nations want to be like us.
Always.
They all want to be like us. They like our women, they like our food, the women like our men,
they like our
swag and our fashion.
That's right.
Why? Because we are the people of the Most High.
We're the salt of the earth.
Now, why are we at the bottom? Read that.
So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 50.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
But it shall come to pass.
If thou wilt not. Hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh. Thy God power. To observe. To do all his commandments. And his statutes. Which I Yahweh. Command thee. This day. That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake
thee. And that's exactly what's happening. And that's exactly what happened. Slavery, colonization, us living in the ghettos, all right? Single family homes, all right? Single mothers, not having the dad to take care of the children, high rate of divorce, our women being harlots, our kids being in gangs. Those are the result of us not following the law of the Most High Yahweh.
God. So this is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
You only
have I
Yahweh known of all the family of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you. For all your iniquity.
So the Most High is saying that since He made a covenant with us, the blacks and the Tainos and the Hispanic, and we went against Him, He's bringing us back to touch the ground.
That's right.
All right, He's bringing us low, man.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Because only us He has known.
That's right.
That's the reason why other people can eat the shrimp, can eat the lobsters, can eat the crab, can eat the catfish, can eat the pig, the pork, but nothing, the lobsters, but nothing is happening to them. They're fine.
That's right.
But as soon as we start doing like them, what happens? Sickness. That's how our people, for the most part, are bent out of shapes. All right? That's why they've been out of shape, and that's why they know all sorts of sicknesses. Because they are touching the forbidden. We are not supposed to be eating certain food.
No.
We are not supposed to be doing certain food. We're supposed to keep the law, which we don't keep. Therefore, we are at the bottom. And until then, our enemies, yes, we do have an enemy.
That's right.
Contrary to popular belief amongst our people, we do have an enemy. And as long as we don't keep the law, our enemy will always have a neck.
That's right.
Or their knees on our back.
That's right.
And we saw one example with George Floyd.
That's right.
His enemies had his knees on his neck
while he was bawling for his mother.
All right?
Imagine that. Grown man.
That was a symbolic of us being not in power. That was a symbolic of us being weak. So for us to gain power now, we have to come back to the law and statute and commandment that the Most High gave us. All right? We are.
Yeah. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
All right.
For thou art an holy people.
For thou art an holy people. So the Most High saying, you blacks and Hispanic are a holy people. Because He did separate you. He did separate you. He gave you a more powerful gene, a more powerful DNA.
They call it the God gene.
The God gene. So He made you holy.
That's right.
And on top of that, He gave you the law. So of course you're holy. But do you know that? It don't seem like it because you don't act like a holy people.
That's right.
Yeah.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh.
Unto the Lord Yahweh.
Power.
Thy God power. So we have the power, man.
The Lord Yahweh, thy God power, have chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself.
All right. So not only are we on top of all these other nations, but He made us what?
Special.
He made us special, man. And you can see that we are special people because we went through hell, but we're still standing. And from the bottom, of the pit, we're still shining.
That's right.
Because we are the stars.
We are the stars of the Bible, the 12 stars.
We are the 12 stars. That's why we're shining.
Yeah.
That's how our women, even though they're bugged out, you got other nations that are dying to have God. Go! Carry on, bring it up, brother.
Just before I say that, the nation of Yashala is likened unto a Timex watch.
All right.
When I was a child, I had a Timex watch.
That's right.
I used to throw it up in the air.
That's right.
It would drop down.
That's right.
And it would still tick.
That's right.
So we're like a Timex watch.
That's right.
Because we took a licking.
That's right.
And we're still ticking.
That's right.
So getting back to the precept now. The Lord thy God, Yahweh power, have chosen thee to be a special people.
That's right.
Unto himself.
Unto himself.
Above all people.
Above all people.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Upon the face of the earth. So we are the original people. God. We are the most blessed. We are the chosen. God. To whom the kingdom is given, and God. The promise of the kingdom is given.
That's right.
But not all of us will make it into the kingdom.
That's right.
Why? Because a lot of you, blacks and Hispanics, don't want to follow the Most High.
That's right.
Hello, my sister. Do you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite according to this Bible?
Yes.
How do you know that? Who are you? If I say who are you? What's your nationality? I know, but say that again to me so I can hear.
What tribe you're from?
I think I'm from maybe Cuba.
Which country are you from?
Jamaica.
You're, for the most part, from tribe of Benjamin.
But there are Judites there too.
Right, but say, do you know what is the Most High require of us? To follow the commandment. But do you find it hard to follow the commandment? But I'll tell you what a commandment that you don't follow. And my sister, I encourage you to follow that commandment. Because you see, we're in a time of judgment. Go to a quick one before you go. Deuteronomy 22:5. I'll give you a quick one. I know you're rushing, but this word might change your life. Because you see, it's not a difficult task for the Most High to take us out of the ghetto, to take us out of the situation we're in. But it's because of our sin that we are stuck in this situation. So the Most High now is calling us out of our sin so He can bring the miracle that He brought into ancient Egypt. Because like I said, we're into judgment and the Most High is coming back. But when He comes with a fire. So those who are supposed to be saved will be saved, but those who are supposed to be destroyed will be destroyed.
So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5.
Right.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Unto a man. What does it mean? Say what does it mean? Don't be afraid. All right, read that again. Pay attention.
The woman
shall not wear
that which
pertaineth
unto a man.
To a man. What do we wear? That man. What do we wear? What? Right.
That's right.
All right. Now you got a sort of tie on, but all you could do, all right, wear a skirt on it. Because if I wear a dress, it's not normal. If I wear a dress, people will be looking at me funny. They will thinking I'm a sissy.
I'm on the other side.
On the other side. So what makes it good for, what makes it okay for a woman to wear a pants or a trouser?
In other words, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Right. So my sister, that's where you go off. All right, wearing the skirt. I mean, wearing the trousers where you should be wearing the skirt and dress.
Yes.
All right. Do you eat pig? Do you eat pork? Do you eat prawns? Well, you're not supposed to be eating prawns. All right. Go to Leviticus 11 and 9. So there's a certain food that other people we're not supposed to be eating. See, there's a code. There must be a peculiar people. Do you get what I'm saying? We are peculiar. The reason why we know slavery, colonization, and poverty, like we know, like Jamaican we say separation, is because of the fact that we don't follow the law.
That's right.
To the best of our ability.
That's right.
Obviously, it's hard to follow everything because we're in captivity, but you have to follow the list
to the best of your ability.
Best of your ability, and that's the list. Right?
So this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the water.
These shall you eat of all that are in the water. So the Most High is telling you, in the sea. You know, when fishermen go and fish, when you bring it back, there's things you're supposed to eat and things you're not supposed to eat. All right?
Whatsoever hath, that's Old English for has.
Yes.
So whatsoever hath or has fins and scales.
Fins. You know the fish? Fins and scales. You know the one that they take off. When you want to eat the fish, you take it off. You scale it.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to eat, like tilapia, like sea bass, sea bream, you know, red snapper. But you're not supposed to be eating like catfish.
Yeah.
The catfish is very smooth skin.
It doesn't have
And I'm from West Africa. When I was young, when we used to go to the water stream, we used to see them
in the
at the bottom. Why? They're bottom feeders. Because they are cleansing agents.
Exactly.
Just like the pig.
That's what the pig is.
The pig is the cleansing agent.
That's what the
just like the cockroaches, the rodents, the rats. In West Africa, they eat rats. They're not supposed to be eating rats.
No.
Some people eat coonies. You know coonie?
Yeah, it says ahead.
You don't know coonie? Coonie, they're known in Jamaica.
It's kind of like a hair.
Like they're kind of a hair, but they're not hair. You know those, even the rabbit and that. We're not supposed to eat that.
Yeah.
We're supposed to eat what? We're supposed to eat. Go to Deuteronomy 14. All right, we're supposed to eat chicken. And cow. Okay, do you have your phone? Do you have internet? Let me show you how. All right. Do you have it?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh no, what we do like with the church and a church is not necessarily.
Where two or more gathered in the name of the
so what we do, we have a channel. We have a channel. The channel is Yahweh. Do you have a pen? Do you have a? I do have a pen, I believe.
Oh, and make sure that you spell it correctly, because there's another brother that's stealing our name. And he's a bug out, man.
Bug out.
Smoking cigarettes and praising Most High at the same time. That's abomination.
Let me get. So
you want me to read this out by the time?
Yeah, read it.
Right, there's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14. The first verse. Ye are the children of the Lord Yahweh, your God power. Ye shall not cut yourself, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. Thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh, thy God power. And the Lord Yahweh hath chosen thee, Yasha Allah, to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the earth. Verse 3, thou shalt not eat any abominable thing. Verse 4, these are the beasts which you shall eat.
All right, madam, quickly. Yeah, go on.
The ox.
The ox.
The sheep.
The sheep.
And the goat.
The goat, and also the chicken.
Right.
Okay, because why do I say the chicken? Because you know the quail. The quail is the cousin of the chicken. In the desert, in the wilderness, and people wanted to eat something, you know, good. So the Most High, He bring quails, right? Well, so you can keep the eat that, all right? All right, sister. Have a good day, huh? Okay, bless. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, let's carry on, man. So our people are supposed to know these things, man. It's time we come back to our last commandments, and it's time we come back to our heritage and our nationality, man.
And our nationality.
You're not a black.
No.
You're not black.
No.
You're not Jamaican.
No.
You're not West African.
No.
You're a Hebrew, my brother. Brother. See, our people are connected to the matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they need to connect themselves from the matrix, man.
Exactly.
All right.
I felt he had a very heavy spirit.
Our people have a heavy, dormant spirit on them.
Yes.
It's a spirit of death.
Deep slumber.
All right.
Spirit of deep slumber.
Oh, actually, go to Romans 13.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring that one.
I'm looking at it.
How people need to wake up out of the sleep, man.
Yeah.
How people are sleeping, they don't know who they are. All right. How people remind me of a prince that, you know, goes somewhere and live like a beggar or like a homeless. Why he has his dad with a big palace? That's how people for you, man. They don't know who they are. That's why they're living the way they're living. But the Most High is calling you back to His palace because He want to bless you, man. He want to give you the kingdom. This ain't riches. You wake up in the morning going to get some money. By the time the tax are cut off, you left with nothing. By the time you pay the rent, you left with nothing. You're in poverty, man. That's nothing compared to what the Most High want to do for us in the new kingdom to come, man.
Where is it exactly? I know already in Romans. I hear it. 11, isn't it? Yeah. So this is the book of Romans, chapter 11, and verse 8.
Bring it out.
According as it is written.
According as it is written.
So it was written aforetime.
It is written aforetime, obviously.
God Yahweh power.
Yahweh
have given them, Yashala, the spirit of slumber.
So He gave our people the spirit of slumber, man. Because a lot of you don't want to listen to Him, but a lot of you don't want to do the. Hello, madam. Hello, my sister. See? She knew I was about to talk to her, but she dressed somewhat modestly, man.
Exactly.
She got the skirt on. She got the tie and the skirt on.
Exactly.
Yes, what's up? What you say? Where your parents from? Jamaica, yeah?
Yeah. I can see the
She looked Northern tribe.
Yeah.
I think she's Northern tribe.
Yeah.
What?
Northern tribe. Northern tribe. Yeah. So I can explain it to you guys. So basically, we are Israelites.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
So when we read this book is talking about a peculiar people that the power in heaven chose out of all the other people to be His chosen people. So as a result of that, we have a special relationship with Him. But we lived at one time as a nation, and then because of our sin and our rebellious nature, our nation was divided into the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. So the northern kingdom, they went into which was it, the Medo-Persian captivity?
Yeah, they went to Assyria.
They went into Assyria as slaves, and then when they were free, they decided we are going to leave this area and we're going to go to a land that no man has lived before, and that's the Americas. So the Guyanese, the Trinidadians, the North American Indians, the Tainos, the Arawaks, right? Because in Guyana, we would be known as Bucks. How I know that? Because a Guyanese person told me that I'm a Buck.
So what do you think of the word black? You're black.
Oh, well,
You are black.
No, you're not black. Your coat is black.
Yeah, I can explain it. So this is a shade of black. This is a shade of black. This is a shade of black. If you look at my skin on the shade of black, or you look at your skin on the shade of black, it's a different color. So we are properly a copper-colored people, which is what Columbus said when he first went to Trinidad, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Cuba. When he first went there, in his journals he said copper-colored people.
That's right.
He didn't say black. Or Ethiopia. He said that too. Why? Because there's Ethiopians that have the same shade.
Ethiopia means brown face.
Yeah.
Right, so that refers to us as a brown face.
Yeah. So I believe that you may be Northern tribe, but you may also be Banyamian. So Banyamian is Benjamin. So a lot of the Jamaicans, because my father's from Jamaica, I have a similar background to you. So my father's Jamaican and my mom is Trinidadian. So Trinidad, Venezuela, Guyana, they're basically the same people. They basically look the same, eat the same foods, have the same culture. And then the Jamaicans have a similar culture, but their culture is slightly different. But we're all the same. But what I want to impress upon you, is that you are not a color. You are not a byword or a proverb, or you know, like people call us niggers, or they call us sticks, or they call us bucks, or they call us, savages, Indians, cannibals. Arab means cannibal, so they call us cannibals. They call us all these names, but we actually have a name that the Most High gave us, and it's Israelites, or in Hebrew it would be Yasha Allah. That's who you are.
Now, the Most High requires the coming of you anyway. The Most High requires, so you say you're baptized, alright? Now, you have to understand that Christianity, I grew up in Christianity, alright? And at some point, I thought of the sin. I thought that all I needed to do is be baptized and that's it. But actually, that's the interpretation of those who put us in slavery and those who colonized us. But the book don't belong to us. I mean, to them. The book belongs to us. And as far as us, one thing we have to do is to try and keep the law.
That's right.
Because that's the very reason why our people went into captivity, because we need to keep the law.
Yeah. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Yeah.
And now Yasha Allah, so now you've discovered that you are Israel. Right. So now Israel, meaning you and me and my brother here, what doth, meaning does, the Lord thy God, I'm going to say verbatim, the Lord thy God require of you. So there's a requirement that comes along with being an Israelite.
Right.
So we're going to explain it now. But to fear the Lord, you have to have fear of God, to walk in his ways, in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
That's right.
Because he picked us out of all the people on earth to worship him.
That's right.
So that's our responsibility.
Yeah.
Alright, so do you know that you're not supposed to be eating pork?
That's good.
Do you eat prawns? You're not supposed to be eating prawns. Give it that quickly. Yeah, we'll show you. It's, it's like in this country, right? There's a law. You can't park your car 11 at night. You can't park the car anyhow. If you park your car anyhow, what you gonna get? A ticket.
You get
a fine.
You get punishment.
Alright, so every country has a constitution, right? And that's our constitution as a nation. There's something we're not supposed to be eating.
Right, so this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the water. So this is explaining what's in the sea, what's in the rivers, what you carry on. Whatsoever has fins and scales,
Whatsoever has fins and scales.
And scales. In the waters.
In the water.
In the seas.
In
In the rivers.
In the river.
Them shall you eat.
Them shall you eat. So you're not supposed to be eating prawns. So prawn doesn't have scale. I mean, prawn doesn't have fins or scale. Scale?
It doesn't have scale.
Yeah. It has a
shell.
It has a shell.
But not scale.
So you're not supposed to be eating crab,
no,
prawns,
no,
lobsters,
no, none of them.
Catfish.
No.
Why? Because any fish that has like that smooth skin, you're not supposed to be eating that.
So
right?
I'm going to give you a practical reason why you shouldn't eat it. So this is going to sound gross, but I'm going to say anything. Have you ever seen a cockroach? Yeah. You know them nasty insects, the cockroach? Would you eat a cockroach? Have you ever seen a spider? You eat a spider? A crab is a sea spider. A shrimp is a sea cockroach.
Yeah, so as a people, all right, we're supposed to leave how the Most High, which name is Yahweh, or whose name is Yahweh. It's not Jehovah, it's not Yahweh, it's not Yahweh, it's Yahweh. For being Hebrew people, how people used to speak Hebrew, all right? So we're coming back now to our nationality. We're coming back to who we really are. So the Most High now is calling his prophets, all right, to actually, guide our people so we can come back into salvation. So at the end of the day, there is judgment coming on this land. Hello, my sister. Do you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite according to this Bible? All right. Then.
So are there any questions that you...
that's not enough.
Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. See, she says she's a Christian.
Yeah.
See, that's where our people got taken to that trap. That's a trap when you say you're a Christian. But that's not enough to be a Christian. All right? Why is it not enough? Because the Christianity that you're learning, that's what the enemy gave us.
And that's right.
That's not what the Bible says. If we stopped the family and I told her about, I asked her a question, she wouldn't be able to answer that, like, rightly, properly. Why? Because what the pastor is teaching is what the enemy wants our people to know so they can still be, asleep. But we're here now to do the opposite, which is to wake our people up. All right? There is a law to follow.
I'm going to confirm what the brother just said. So I'm going to prove now, use logic, and prove to you that our enemy gave us our religion. So in South America, I'm sure it's the same in Guyana, but you can correct me. But I know in South America, the predominant religion is Roman Catholic, right? Alright? Right. In the Caribbean, it's Roman Catholic and English Anglican, English Catholic. In America, it's Baptist and Pentecostal and all these other derivatives. So the reason why South America is Roman Catholic was the Spanish brought down. The reason why in the Caribbean it's Anglican and Roman Catholic because the Spanish came to the Caribbean first, then the English came after. So each one of them that came brought their religions. The reason why North America is Pentecostal and Baptist and all of that is because when we were slaves, we were not allowed to practice religion. So when we were about to be released from slavery, they gave us a Bible that was like 60% edited. So they took about 40 or 60% of the Bible out of the book and they gave it to them. So they created their own form of religion, which is what they call Baptist and Pentecost and all of that. So I'm just proving the point that each one of us is practicing a religion that our enemy gave us. But what was our religion, not religion, but what was our culture before we had contact with Christopher Columbus, with John Smith, with Prince Charles, with all these Edomites? What was our culture? Do you know?
You don't know. It's a Hebrew culture. That's the one.
Yeah.
See what we're wearing right now? The garment and that was our culture. All right? The fringes, look.
The
freebie.
They're commanded to
Alright?
to have it.
So yeah, our people are gone, man. Our people are gone. Go to Hosea 4 and 6. Alright, the basic one, man. Our people are lost because they don't understand what's going on. They're too far into the matrix, man.
Yeah.
They're too far in the matrix, and it's not for everyone.
Sorry
Not
to
everyone will
ask,
get it.
I'm not being rude.
No, of course.
I'm not being. You're when I've got changed. That's how it changed.
Change.
For me,
Yes.
you want some money.
If you have like a power change, I'm not being rude.
No. Yeah.
Thank you.
No. Yeah, so this
So where do we?
right, so our culture was to serve the Most High, and so basically we are supposed to be princes. A prince means a ruler, and we are supposed to be priests and prophets. That's our culture. So we are supposed to rule this world, and we are supposed to teach the people in this world how to serve Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua. That's our job.
Let me read that, man.
Yeah, read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 5 and 10.
Check it out.
And has made us unto our God kings and priests,
That's right.
and we shall reign on the earth.
Have a piece of that.
Alright, so we are a nation of priests and kings and queens. Alright? The Most High called us to do His will. Alright? So as a woman, for example, do you know that you're supposed to dress a certain way?
Yeah.
Wrap your hair and what else?
Oh my God.
That's right. That's right.
And wear skirt.
That's right. That's right.
Alright? And wear skirts. You're supposed to be wearing skirts. You get what I'm saying? You're supposed to be wearing skirts. Alright? These trousers and these, it was given to us.
It was actually given to us around either World War I or I think it's World War II. So what happened was, the men were fighting. So like the factories and the industries, the women had to work in them. And then what they did, they gave them a thing called dungarees, right? And that put like a masculine spirit in them. So when the war was over, they came up with this concept, which is woman's liberation. So they say like, oh, we wear the pants in the house now. And that put a masculine spirit on it. So what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's
sister,
what it
so be blessed. Obviously, you know, it's not gonna happen in one day.
Yeah.
Alright? It's just like a seed that was sown in your life, and we will let the Most High do the rest. But you know, I want you to understand that the reason why you see, before you would see blacks, you know, in the corners like that, smoking weed or shot. Alright? But now you see more and more young guys or young men or adults preaching the word. That's what, because there's a judgment that's coming in the UK. The Most High judge the Jews. Death will be a normal occurrence at some point. Alright? In this country and in the world. So if you're not covered by the Most High, you will perish. You get what I'm saying? If you're not covered by the Most High, you will perish. That's the reason why we are out here, you know, warning our people, also guiding them and telling them, listen, there's something that's coming. There is a wave, a strong flood that's coming. And you feel, if you're not rooted, all right, in the testimony of the Most High, if you're not rooted in His word, all right, go to Isaiah 33:6. I'll show you something quickly before you go. This is the key, because money ain't gonna be what you need in that
it's not
time.
gonna be your stability.
Money won't help, man. Alright? Money won't help in that day. Alright? Money won't help. Yeah, 33:6. Right.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge.
Now wisdom and knowledge, which is this one, knowing who you are, knowing how to keep the law, alright? Knowing your culture, your heritage, you'll be able to understand every time things happen, you'll be like, oh, no, but that's prophecy, meaning like, everything that's happening right now is because of the prophet. It was written in the Bible already. But if you go to Christian church, you won't know, but the pastor don't know. And if you know, he won't teach it. All right? So we are ruled by prophecy. Even what's going on with the COVID-19 and the vaccine and the jab, it is prophesied. It's being prophesied. It is a prophecy that is being manifested.
The plagues of Egypt.
So read it again.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, and verse 6.
Yeah.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability
of thy time. Meaning, that wisdom and that knowledge, that's the one that will stabilize your mind. It will keep you stable. All right, my sister? So hopefully you will get it. Have a good day, okay? All right, carry on. Let's carry on, man. See how people are really Isaiah. Deuteronomy 28 and 28.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the basics. Those are the basics, man. But, you know.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 28.
And verse 28, real.
The Lord Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness.
Listen, our people have a short attention span.
Very short.
Alright, they cannot focus for more than 15 minutes.
Yes.
After 15 minutes, their mind goes somewhere else. That is the curse, man. Alright, the teacher, the son is a sister, she has a beautiful spirit.
Yes, she does.
But for her, man, this is what Babylon did to our people. Don't you mind that too? Don't you mind that too?
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, and 2 and 2? 2 and 10. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
All right, so that's what the Most High is saying. This place is not your rest, man. The matrix is designed to destroy you blacks and Hispanics.
That's right.
How people are lost, they clearly see. They wake up in the morning and then after a dream that only makes white supremacy more stronger.
That's right.
All right? Instead of coming back to your power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh.
That's right.
Instead of keeping the Bible, learning how to come back to your heritage, what you do is that you follow in a dream. But the dream will get you killed. The dream will get you destroyed, man. Because you won't have no protection, all right? And when that time comes, you'll be destroyed by the power, by the Most High. But there is a darker day that's coming, man.
Precept.
All right? There is a day where judgment, all right, shall be manifested. Or shall be manifest.
Manifest, that's right.
All right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
So this is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Break that one down.
So
Break it down.
the reason why I brought this precept out is because our people have cleaved or are cleaving unto the Edomite or Esau system. So in other words, the fact that they're going along with it is proving that they're in agreement with it.
Go to Toby. Go to Toby.
Tobit.
Yeah, Toby 13 and 3. And what the brother says is beautiful, man, because we mingled among these nations, these heathens, man. All right? And last time there was a brother that was talking about the strangers, and he said, the strangers pertaining to us. We are the strangers, man.
Hey, absolutely.
Why are we the strangers? Because we went into other philosophy, and you know, we were born in different lands. We scattered all over the globe. So obviously, of course, we will pick on other tribes, other heathens, other nations, you know.
Wow.
We'll pick on other nations, you know, ways.
Is it 13 and 3, sir?
All right?
Or 14 and 3? 13 and 3. Yeah. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 13 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Confess him before the Gentiles.
Confess him before the Gentiles.
Ye children of Israel.
You children of Israel.
Bani Shal Yashala.
Yep.
For he have scattered us among them.
Alright, so that's the reason why you're acting like that. That's the reason why our woman. Okay, so you want me to preach, right?
Yeah.
But okay, I'll tell you something. Stop wearing this.
Yeah.
Because it's not biblical, you see?
Yeah.
You see a reaction. You see a reaction.
And she got men following behind it.
Exactly. She will see how people, that's what's wrong with our people, man.
Well, that just demonstrated the precept
No, but
of
you
your
see,
house.
that, she was like, preach. But she didn't know that if I preach the word, she ain't gonna like it.
So there's a double-edged sword.
Alright, when I said,
Cuts both
don't wear
ways.
what you wear, what did she say? She said, no, she kissed the teeth.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She did. Yeah, she did.
Okay?
She
She went the whole way. You know how people,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
women act.
Exactly.
You see? That's why,
right.
as a man of the Lord, you're supposed to be real with these women.
No, look, see? No, believe it or not, this is a demonstration here of how our sisters should be dressed.
Alright, yeah.
This is how, see, it's not impossible.
See? This is how it's supposed to be dressed, man.
Head covered, wearing dresses.
This is how it's supposed to be dressed, man.
That's right.
Alright, you know, that took our cultures, man. This is how our people supposed to be, this is how our women supposed to be dressed.
Supposed to be dressed.
Alright?
That's right.
Long skirt.
Loose flowing
Or long dress.
That's
Alright? And
Head
cover, man.
That's right.
This is how we like our women.
That's
Because
right.
our women are dressed like harlots. Can we go to Amos 7 and 17? Hello, my sister. Do you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite? Can I have your attention for 5 minutes? I want to break down some truth to you, man. You see? They're not ready, man, but they will be ready that day trying to come, you know, creep in on the way. But it will be too late, man. Because the Most High ain't to be played with, man.
No.
Right now, He's giving you the time to repent. But if you don't repent, oh boy, that's on you, man. I done my job. You know? I'm doing my job, man. I'm doing my part. Yeah, Amos 7 and 17.
Oh, 17. Yeah, here we go. This is the book of Amos.
So before you read that, you saw her daughters, how they dress, man.
They're haughty and tingling.
They're haughty and I don't know what, all over the place, dressing to attract the next man. How do you want our women to be faithful when they dress the way they dress? Another man will trap your woman, man.
That's right.
Another man, when she go to work, will hunt her down and get her, man. So you men thinking that you have, in this captivity, your women are faithful, think twice, man. Even the women that are in the truth, they're the worst, but then they have to present themselves as if they're righteous.
That's right.
But they're not righteous, man. Behind closed doors, how many brothers we see in the truth that thought that they had women in the truth that got disappointed after a while, man. But that's because it's because of the prophecy. That's why I'm stuttering now, man. That's why I don't get upset with women of our nation.
No, not anymore, no.
You know?
I
can be direct with them, I can be authoritative with them.
Yeah.
But overall, deep inside, I understand them. Why? Because of this. Read it.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 7 and verse 17.
Yeah.
Therefore,
thus
saith the Lord Yahweh, thy wives shall be an harlot in the city. And thy sons.
That's it.
Okay.
Well, you can go carry on. Okay, hold on. Let me finish that.
Yeah.
Let me elaborate on that.
Yeah.
The Most I say that our women will be harlot. So by definition, because if I say harlot, people thinking that is the woman, the escort, the one that you pay money. Yeah, that's a harlot. A harlot is a woman that has more than one man.
Multiple partners.
Because our women in the society, they have more. Before you meet your wife, she had a man. And before she met that man, she had the next man.
That's right.
So basically, you're not the one, to have,
you're not the husband because you're not the first man to lie with her. Therefore, basically, you're harlot.
So that's what's going on. All right, now if a woman want to repent, all right, and change her ways, oh well, she's welcome.
Because she's covered by the blood.
All right? But for the most part, they don't know how to repent, man.
Because they're prideful, that's why.
These women don't know how to,
they don't take
the moment you become, stern with them, they will show you the true color, they'll walk in or they'll back out. Because they're not ready for this. But ultimately, if a woman follows the man of the Lord, and she knows she's in a lane, and she's humble, trying to be humble, ultimately she will be saved. Because that's what it takes for a woman to be saved, to be under the man of the Lord. All right?
And thy sons and thy daughters,
and thy son and thy daughters
shall by the sword, shall fall by the sword.
Shall fall by the sword. So how people are dying by the sword are engaged because of the curse.
That's right.
Okay? How people are cursed, man. That's why you have gangs and you have all of this, man. It's a curse.
That's right.
So I don't want people, I don't want people to be, telling me about, oh, let's fight against the gang. With your mere power, you don't even have the power. How are you going to fight against the gang? It's a spiritual thing, man. The only way for us to be able to stop the gang problem, all right, is by coming back to the law, statute, and commandment, man. It's not about going to church. It's not about following a pastor or by creating charity and saying black power. No, you cannot fight a spiritual war with physical tools. It's impossible.
God.
All right, we go.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 54.
Yeah.
So that the man that is tender among you,
so that the man that is tender among you,
and very delicate, meaning he's compassionate and sensitive.
That's right.
His eye shall be evil.
His eye shall be evil, man.
His brother.
And we said it last time. Obviously, this word is repetitive, man. All right. So sometimes you have to bring it back and back and back and back. All right. That's one case, man, of Isaiah 28 and 28. All right, making all that noise with the car that will be destroyed when the Messiah comes.
That's right.
I'd rather place my faith in the Messiah so I can be saved in time of judgment than placing my faith in the car. Look, I think it's silly. How you gonna ride around and look at the noise that he makes? You know what it is? Because us black people, right? We're being so undermined and destroyed out. That's a way to say this is
attention seeking.
Attention seeking, man.
Validation.
That's a person that didn't have that around.
Absolutely.
So you want to make noise so people can see?
Look at it.
Say, look at me now. Look what I'm driving.
Who cares?
But that's not riches,
We're
man.
going to be driving chariots. Who cares?
Exactly. That's not riches, man. That's not riches.
Store thy riches in the kingdom.
All right. We have to become wise again, man. How people lost that wisdom, man. Carry on now.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 54.
Read it again.
So that the man that is tender among you,
so that the man that is tender among you,
and very delicate,
sensitive and compassionate, and loving,
shall be evil
toward his brother. And that's what's going on right now. Black on black crime.
I want to bring out another one too.
Bring the scripture.
Here's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 56.
Yeah.
The tender, sensitive, and compassionate women.
So the good women, women were very delicate. They had etiquette. They had manners.
That's right.
They have ways about them.
That's right.
Right now, our women are more than they became like Amazons, man.
That's right.
Our women are a bunch of buffaloes.
That's right.
They're ready to call the police on you.
That's right.
They're ready to kick you out of the house.
That's right.
They want to control you, tell you when to go out, when to come in.
That's
because they lost their ways. That's the prophecy, man.
That's right.
We are the people of the Bible because we fit the curse of Deuteronomy 28, man.
That's right.
We got it down.
To a T.
All right? Yeah.
The tender and delicate women among you,
tender and delicate women among you,
which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness, and tenderness, her eye shall be evil.
Her eye shall be evil
toward the husband.
You see what's going on? You see what's going on between the black man and the white, the black man and the black woman? Yeah, you can take a photo.
And toward
My brother, actually we're not really allowed to do that. Yeah, you can't take the food because we don't know where it's going. You know, so we have to play safe out here, man. But if you have a question, we're more than glad. If you want to know more, we have a channel that we can give you, and you can go.
Where are you based?
We actually we don't really have like a church, because church is that.
I don't ask you about church. So where you based?
No, I know. But okay. Well, we in Brixton, and that's where we preach every Sunday. All you spoke, I can't. Slovakia. Sorry. I thought you were telling me. Because people ask me, sorry about that. So we based here in Brixton. But yeah, we're the Hebrew Israelite, man.
I know who you are.
Yes, you know who you are as well, because you read.
I'm a born again Christian.
Well,
so I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I believe that Jesus died for all colors. For all colors.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
Alright, so now I want to prove you something, yeah? Let's go, let's break it down. Let's do basics.
Where, what country are you from?
I'm from Ivory Coast.
From Ivory Coast. You believe in the 12 tribes?
Yes, I'm from the church tribe.
No, according to the study I've done, they don't consider people from Africa.
Yeah, but that's because I know that's ICPK. That's because they're not deep into the.
One particular camp, they don't. But that's because of a lack of scholarship.
Yeah, it's a lack of scholarship. Now, I can bring you.
I can prove it.
We can prove it, man.
Well, listen. I was taught, listen. Honestly, I'm not stop and dialogue. Very interesting.
Well, can we break down John 3:16?
Yes, please.
Can we break down John 3:16?
That's the staple of the Christian doctrine. So you're born again.
Yeah, very, very clearly. You know about the Protestant Reformation? You know about the Protestant?
Well, we do the church.
Yeah, the Reformation, right? You know guys like Martin Luther, right? So, the main theological issue that they were dealing with was the rediscovery of salvation by grace, not through works, not through any other means. Ephesians 2:8, by grace we're saved through faith, not of works, as any man should go. Exactly. So, the gospel of Jesus very clearly was to first go to Jerusalem, to the Jews first, then to the rest of the world. Matthew 28, go to all the world and preach the gospel.
That's what I say. So, I know what you're saying.
Obviously, we're going to differ because you have a different lens.
No. Let's base on the
experience.
No.
Not at the mercy of a man with an argument.
God,
listen, hold up. Listen, I was a gang member, all of that madness. I grew up in the church, rejected the church, but God met me where I was.
I get what you're saying.
God has revealed himself to me, and
how did he reveal himself to you?
Through his word.
But you don't understand his word.
I understand his word.
But you talk about Martin.
I see the evidence.
You say Martin is it? Martin Luther, whatever. He's a German.
Yeah, but my point is.
Hold on. To who was given this? To who was given the knowledge?
The issue is from a theological standpoint, the doctrine that.
But it's not for him to tell us not because he doesn't understand his word, man.
What's your name?
My name is Zakal.
Yeah, no, I'm your what? Yeah, like the prophet.
Let me read you something out.
Listen, hold up. Let me just say this to you. The whole, every listen though, every theologian, so every spiritual person, the issue is, no matter what your religious background is, whether you were saved by grace or whether you're saved by works, is it something you do, right? And so that's it, no matter whether you're a Hebrew, Christian,
there is a fundamental, there is a problem with your doctrine, man. Because your doctrine is not really based.
You said John 3:16. Jesus said, "He that what believes in me should."
No, that's not what he said.
What did he say?
Let's go.
Go on. I ain't got time.
I will show you something quickly.
Yeah, so this is the book of John, chapter 3, and verse 16.
No. Let's go.
Go to 15.
No, let's go to 14 then. Let's go to 14. Let's go 14.
John 3 and 4 splits. And as Moses, lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, do you know what that means?
Alright, let me explain it to you. Numbers 21 and 6, yeah?
He's right.
So he said,
so when they rebelled against God and Moses, God sent fire.
Who rebelled against
the people of Israel?
Exactly.
Yeah?
See,
and so
that's a very important point.
So God sent fiery serpents, right? I believe it was copperhead snakes, and they started to bite them.
That's right.
And then they turned to Moses and said, please prayed to God that he would deliver us. And so when Moses goes to God, God says to him, make a brazen serpent which represents sin and judgment. Raise it on the pole. When they look in faith,
that represents
Jesus. So Jesus then refers back to that and says, that was a picture of me.
But, that's right. But then what I'm saying is this, right? Yeah. Read 14 again, and I will break it down a way that maybe you understand.
Go ahead. So this is the book of John, chapter 3, and verse 14. And as Moses lifted up,
so Moses lifted up, but he said as. I mean, my first language is French, but I study a bit of English, so I know what as means. So when he said as Moses lifted up,
it basically means just like.
Moses lifted. Now the question is, who did Moses lift up that brazen serpent for? Who? Which people? The word or the
So in the context of Numbers.
No, you have to answer the question first.
Listen, in the context of Numbers, it was for the Jewish people.
But it cannot change. That's God change.
No.
So why would you want it to change now?
So keep reading.
Right. So I'm explaining to you that.
Keep reading.
Hold on. We're reading. Because first off, let's keep it civil. Because
you're trying to be patronizing.
We're actually commanded to love our brother, and you're our brother. Good. So what we want to have is an honest and respectful dialogue. So in other words, if you ask us a question, we will answer it. And in the same manner, if we ask you a question, we expect you to answer.
I guess what I don't disagree with the point you're making.
All right, fine. So we are in
listen, but what I'm saying, keep reading so we keep it.
Yeah, no, we will.
Okay, you say context, right?
So the context of Moses. The context of Moses, this type of serpent was for the Jewish people. Wasn't for
the term, not the term Jewish,
for Israel.
That's fine. We can differ on semantics.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But that's the people of Abraham.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
The chosen people of Abraham.
Good.
Yeah.
So
we've agreed. Yeah.
That's the context,
right?
So we can move forward. Even so, which means just as, even so must the Son of Man, who you call Jesus, we call him Yahweh Shai, the Son of Man, be lifted up.
Yeah. All right. Now, before you go there, let me ask you a question quickly. Yeah? Who did we call him Yahweh Shai, and the word ignorantly call him Jesus? Who did Yahweh Shai came for?
So the gospel is to the Jews first.
No.
But who did he say came for?
Okay, to save that which was lost.
Now I ask you a question, who did Jesus came for?
Go on. Alright, let me read it. Keep reading the verse. Now we may differ in how that's applied.
No. It's right there.
It's right there, but again.
The answer is right there, man.
Read it.
Alright. Matthew 1 and 21.
Wait, let's stick with this.
Matthew 1 and 21. I'm just answering the question, but the Bible says we should learn precept upon precept.
So
it's not a problem for me to read that.
Let's finish the context.
But let me read that so you can understand. Because I asked you a question. I say, who did the Son came for? What did you say?
Let's finish reading the verse in context.
Let me read that.
Then we'll go back to this.
Okay.
Yeah. That's your supporting text. That's fine.
Go on. That's fine.
Let's finish reading the verse in context.
So verse 15. That whosoever believeth in him.
So who's whosoever?
Israel. I will show you that.
Yeah. Go on.
Let me show you. Can I show you that?
Oh, you can show me after.
All right.
Go on. So whosoever.
Continue.
Yeah, go on. Keep.
So whosoever believeth in him, Yahweh Shai or Jesus, should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Right. No. Where are you? 16?
Yeah,
that's it.
Is that the end of 15?
That's the end of 16. Now, let me answer. Let me answer before you move on. Let me answer. So the first thing I asked you, all right, who did? Yes, I asked you who did Yahweh Shai came for? All right, but now I want to bring precept to it, right, so people can learn. One of them is the basic ones. It's for scholarship, yeah. So Matthew 1 and 21, and he says, "And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai." They call him Jesus, verbatim, Jesus, right? "For he shall save his people from the sins."
Amen.
All right? So his people from the sin. Now you ask the second question before you carry on. And I would like to answer that. You asked me, what does it mean that whosoever? Read that again, that part. of whosoever.
This is the book of John, chapter 3, and verse 15.
Right.
That whosoever
believeth in him
should not perish, but have.
All right. So whosoever. Now, let me read that. Let me read Act 2. All right, 21 to 22. Right, and he say, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved, right? Verse 22, ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahweh of Nazareth, a man approved of God amongst you by miracle and wonders and sign which God did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourself also know. All right? So, the whosoever pertaineth to Israel. All right? Now, go to Joel.
All right, so let's go back to John 3, verse 17, right? Continuing on. It says, for God sent not his son into the world. Yeah? Where did he send him?
He sent him to Israel.
Where did he send him? What does the text say?
He sent him to Israel.
What does the text say?
He said he didn't send him into the world. That was saying, right.
So, and then,
but what's that word mean?
Listen, to condemn the world. So he did not come into the world to condemn the world, but that the world,
the world,
through him might be saved.
All right, go to Isaiah.
Let's continue reading in context, and I'll try and address some of the things that you phrased. That's a fair point. Because he that believes on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not, who is condemned?
At this point,
who is condemned?
Hold on.
Who does the scripture say?
Read that again.
Verse 18 again says, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already.
Talk about
so who is condemned?
Israel.
Who is condemned?
Israel.
Who specifically?
Israel, the two-thirds.
What is the qualification for condemnation?
Go to Zechariah 13.
Are you listening?
13.
So the context of
8 and 9.
Alright, bro, the context of John 3:18. What is the context of condemnation? What does the scripture say? What does the text say? Don't do what is you saying, what does I say? What does the text say?
If you don't keep the law, you will be condemned.
No, that's not what the text says.
What does the text say?
He that does not believe is condemned.
But to believe is to keep the law, my brother.
First of all.
Alright? Okay, show me, okay, what is sin? What is sin? Because that's the basis. My brother, that's his basis. Go to 1 John, this guy doesn't know the word. Go to 1 John 3 and 4. You don't know the word. Because he said, hold on, you said, hold on.
What did God say to Adam? Verse 17.
But Adam, you're going all over the place. That's the one matter, man.
This is the central issue.
One second. We established that we're going to do this in decent.
Yes.
Well, you don't. You
remember, we're doing this for edification. We're not trying to convert you. Right. So let's keep it. I'm
keeping it there, bro.
Right.
I'm passionate. Your brother's passionate.
Absolutely, but we can still be.
You're the middleman. You're the referee.
Look. Go to Isaiah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Go to Isaiah, because I'd like to explain the word. The brother doesn't seem to understand the word.
Right. So can I just define sin?
Oh, define it.
Right.
Oh, very, thank you very much.
Definitions about
define sin, man. Because you say that I told you the judgment, the condemnation is those who don't keep the law, and you say that's false. And you say, and you also say those who believe.
So, breaking of God's law is sin, but even not only breaking the law of God is sin, which is really with the condemnation lines. We go to 1 Timothy.
Also, lack of faith is sin.
So ultimately. Here's the thing.
But can I bring it out? It's for edification. Let me bring it out.
There's a couple of points.
Okay, but let me just bring it out. Because we do it in decency and order. So this is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever, and notice it's got the same whosoever. Whosoever, meaning the nation of Israel, committed sin, meaning, well, I'll read it. Committed sin, transgressive, also the law.
Absolutely.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Now, can I ask you a question quickly before you carry on, right? Who was given the law?
The children of Israel.
Exactly. So who can sin?
So there's a couple of points here. So the God's law was directly first given to the children of Israel.
Don't say first, because God don't change. Because God don't change. So you can't say it was first given. That's a Christianity doctrine.
Okay.
In the Bible, there's no first.
If you were happy to go back to Genesis, the beginning, God gave man a basic law. The basic commandment was this. Every tree of the garden, you're free to eat, tend the garden. In other words, maintain a relationship with God. It didn't require him to build a tabernacle or temple, nothing like that that we practice in today's clothes.
No, because the law was given to them orally, in the spirit.
But he said this one caveat. You should eat off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you shall surely die.
But you know what?
So, from there, man broke God's law. It wasn't the 10 commandments, but it was the agreement and the command that God gave them to have dominion over the earth. Man broke that. So
what
from
it is,
there,
just for sake of knowledge, for the sake of knowledge, that's what it is like. They went to other nation philosophies. But the trees refer to other nations. Okay?
That's your
No, that's what I can show you that. I can go in the Bible and show you that. You see, us we're not talking to talk, man. We got a proof here.
What is
Because you talking to talk. I can prove to you that the trees belong to the nation in the Bible.
Yeah, so
do you want us to go there?
About Revelation 12, Revelation.
No, Ezekiel 31.
Yeah, okay, but that's not the there's loads of context with trees in scripture.
Even Mark,
so
even Mark, but no, but think about it, you have to understand.
You cannot copy and paste things into.
But you have to understand, like listen, we studied this.
Okay.
Look, we studied this.
I hear you.
Adam and Eve were called the sons of God.
Yes,
alright?
I agree.
They were different from the other nation around them. Hold on. Just like today, Israel is given. Hold on. When you read Genesis, right? All over Genesis, all over 23, the Most High created people, but he didn't give them the breath.
Okay.
So hold on. When we come to Adam now,
do you believe that when God made Adam and Eve,
that he
made other people at the same time?
Say that again?
Same time as Adam.
Say that again?
Yeah,
of course.
And I know
I don't hold that belief.
Okay, can I prove it? Can I prove it?
Well, guess what? This is what I've read in the text for myself. There's no.
Well, you don't understand what you're reading,
brother. I understand what I'm reading.
You don't understand what you're reading because if you understood
that's your opinion. Hold on.
No, but I can prove to you that you don't understand.
That's your opinion. I can have an opinion.
I don't want to convince you. I'm just letting you know that you don't know what you're talking about.
But I can't tell you that you don't know what you know.
But I know what I know, and you don't know because
you don't know.
You don't allow me to know.
You don't know me, so you don't know what I know.
No, but what you say?
I don't know what you know. No. I can have an opinion that you're wrong.
I know, but what you say? What you saying? I just know.
Unless you're a mind reader, brother, you cannot tell me what I know.
Because you say falsehood.
You don't know what I know, so you must tell me that.
Don't go somewhere else.
I'm not waiting. Right, so I'm illustrating to him that there were other people. Right. So this is in Genesis, right?
Yeah.
So after, let me read from verse 50 to 60 or to 70.
Yeah, go ahead, read.
Oh, yeah. Go to yes. Where he went to another woman.
Right. Good.
So, and the Lord said unto him, meaning Cain, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, actually I should go higher up, because this is
where did you find the woman? It's right there. And Cain went out and praised the Lord. He knew his wife, right there.
Right, yeah.
Right
so,
there.
So I'm going to read it from 50. And the Lord said unto him, unto Cain, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden.
In the land of Nod, in the east of Eden. I mean, when you say land, you mean a country. It's not an empty place. It's places inhabited by people. You'll find out in the next line. Go on.
And Cain knew his wife.
And Cain knew his wife. Now, if there was no other people other than, Adam and his wife and Eve, where did he get his wife from?
Okay, so that's a common question. Can I give a response?
Yes.
Good. So in Genesis chapter 5, what does it tell us?
We're in chapter 4.
What did Genesis chapter 5
All right. You talk about the generations of
Alright, good. So how long, what does the Bible say how long Adam lived for? Well, look at it, it's right there in the text. Alright, you just have to think about it, go to the text. I don't remember off the top of my, I can't remember.
Okay, so what's your logic there?
So let me explain that.
It's like about 800 years or something, 900 years.
What does it say? It says Adam lived for a certain amount of years.
is the one that
and also,
or something.
And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. So after he had Cain and Abel,
Abel died,
and Cain slew Abel. Adam hadn't had Seth.
No.
But Cain had a wife.
Keep reading.
no, you're going somewhere else. Like, you're not staying in
Brother, why are you afraid to go into the text?
No, I'm not afraid.
So I'll read it.
No, actually,
You presented the argument to me.
But he's gonna cut his
You don't know what I know.
No, you don't know nothing. You don't follow his
If that was true, you're
gonna make a fun of it.
You're getting defensive because you're afraid to go where you
Because
don't
I want to go somewhere and prove to you to come.
I have patience.
I want to go, quickly. I don't want to go.
Let me read.
I'm going to
So this is the book of Genesis chapter 5 and verse 4. And the days of Adam, after he had begotten Seth, so stress after, which we already know, is after Cain slew his brother Abel and married a wife. So now we're talking about after he had begotten Seth, were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years. So my estimation was kind of...
So here's my point, right? Now, we don't know. The Bible doesn't tell us how long between Cain leaving and how when he met.
It's a logic thing. It's a logic thing.
My brother, it gives us a synopsis. So
it's logic, man.
Here's what you do. To have theological integrity, you do not insert your own understanding.
No, but the Most High give us wisdom to understand things. If you tell me something that you don't make sense, then I will tell you.
If I'm just listen to what I'm saying.
But you're trying to confuse
listen to what I'm saying. No. What I'm saying is that's a very good and that's a common contention with the Bible that people have, and that's fear. But the text gives us a synopsis that Cain had a wife, right? It doesn't tell us the time period. Now we know at that time they live a long life. So the logical biblical understanding, if we take into account, if we hold to, I'm not saying that you hold this, but as a Christian we hold to believe Adam and Eve were the first people and all their descendants live a long time, had sons and daughters. So it's very likely that either Cain married what would have been biologically one of his sisters or one of his extended relatives. All of the generation from Adam, they all lived about 800, 900 years and had sons and daughters. The text doesn't give us the detail, it gives us a synopsis.
When you finish, I'm going to explain something.
So here's the thing. And guess what? I don't think even every Christian agrees with me on this. But my personal understanding and where I've rested at peace with the situation is that realistically, Cain, because the Bible says, well, he built cities. It doesn't take a day to build a city, it takes time. So at some point, we don't know how long or when, he also had children. Then when you get to Lamech, who kills? Yeah, but
all of that you're mentioning.
Christian.
Hold on, listen to what I'm saying.
No, we're listening
to you. There was another.
It don't make sense.
It was Lamech. That's because the Holy Spirit hasn't enlightened you.
About Holy Spirit.
And you don't study the word honestly. You study it from a narrow lens.
No.
You're being critical.
No. He's confounded. That's why I say that. Because he's going somewhere else. Look, okay, before you go.
Hold on.
Before you carry on, speak for a long time.
Acts 17:11.
Before you carry on, hold on. No. Before you carry on, hold on.
Now the reason, let me qualify what I said.
Hold on, let me finish.
When they heard Paul preach,
please, man, go away, man.
Don't be disrespectful.
You just came and you assuming. Just go away, man.
Stay here, my sister.
You just came and you assuming. What is the problem?
My brother, you see?
You can see that.
Hold on. You just came 1 minute ago and you know what's coming. So you come this way.
My brother.
This women are full of crap, man.
So you're supposed to be for the black men, we disrespect our women.
No, I'm rude. But that's good for you. You're going to be destroyed. You will be destroyed, my brother. That's what's going to happen. Alright? No, I'm rude. I am not in knowledge. Alright? I told her because she has no business coming in. You see that? Because she's a Christian. You see that? You see that? Because she's a Christian.
Your blood of Jesus against
Man, you don't know nothing about the blood. You wearing trousers. You wearing trousers, man. You wearing trousers. And you casting me. Come on, man. Go and get yourself in order first. And talk to me. No, but the way she came, though, she came about. She don't know nothing about our own Jesus. You came to me. I'm humble, brother. I'm humble. You see,
real men.
No. If you're a real man, you understand. What you say? So if a woman is out of order, I'm supposed to bow down. Are you a woman? See what he's doing? That's funny.
With the fire of the Holy Ghost. I burn you up with the fire of the Holy Ghost.
I am to you. Just keep it moving. You're a demon. You're a demon. You've got demon on you. You've got demon on you. You're wearing trousers telling me about the blood of Jesus. What do you know about his blood? You know nothing about his blood. And that's what Christianity do. Christianity destroy our people. That's what it does. Alright?